Before you start Project 5, check your snapshots and remove any snapshots that you created in Project 4. You will need to shut down your CentOS 7 to remove snapshots. After that is complete, start it back up and we will start Project 5-1. This project has us remove a device and recreate it. This is normally not done by an administrator. Normally, hardware is auto-detected and the drivers are installed automatically. But as an example, they have us remove TTY6, the Control-Alt-F6. So rm-f/dev/TTY6 removes the TTY6. We will not be able to log into it. Continuing on down, step 5 has us recreate it. I was going to explain this command. The mknod/dev/TTY6 is going to recreate the driver, and the C means it's a character device. It is going to read stuff basically from the keyboard, one character at a time. A block device, similar to a hard disk, USB, or DVD drive, reads large chunks of data at a time instead of one letter at a time. The next is we have a space 4. That's the actual driver number to load. And then we have a space and a 6. That means that the driver has been loaded 5 other times, so this is the 6th time that the driver is going to be loaded. So we have 6 TTYs on our system. So that was the basics of it. You can do the command step by step in 5.1 and restart the system after you've got everything complete. Project 5.2 dealt with floppy disk. They are obsolete, so we are going to skip 5.2. Moving on to Project 5-3, we need to log into the graphical interface. Control-Alt-F1 will get us to the graphical login screen. You'll click on Sample User 1, and as in the directions, you click on the cogwheel and select GNOME to log into. Make sure it is not selected on GNOME Classic. It must be GNOME. Once we log in, we will see an Activities menu in the upper left corner. Click on Activities. In the side panel, you'll see the Files or File Manager icon. Click it. When it loads, we will now insert our CentOS ISO image. I'm going to click on the Device menu for Oracle VirtualBox. The first option is for optical drives, and our CentOS 7 should be in the list. If not, click Choose Disk Image and find your CentOS 7 ISO. Here I will click on it. If you happen to have another ISO image selected, you may have to click Remove Disk and then go back into the menu and click CentOS 7. In a few seconds, you'll notice on the left side, CentOS 7 x86 is automatically placed into the file system. It is placed under /run/media user1 and CentOS 7 x86 64. Take a few moments to click on the CD, examine what files are displayed, and then eject the disk. Now the next step is to switch to a terminal window. and log in as root. To verify that the CD is still in the drive, you may have to tap your right control key to get your mouse so you can select the device menu, examine optical drives, and recheck the CentOS. Now we will make a directory called MyMount under the root file system. Next, we will use command line tool to mount our DVD drive. We issue the mount command /dev/cd-rom space /mymount. When we hit enter, we will manually mount the DVD to a particular folder. If you notice, the graphics loaded this under /run /media and so forth. If you are running a command line only, you have to mount it and tell it what folder to mount to. If we look at the contents, we will see it has the same files as we've seen in the graphical interface. Next, it wants us to look at the device CD-ROM. We note CD-ROM is a symbolic link. It is cyan in color. It is actually pointing to /dev/SR0. So this is a trick most distributions do when they find the CD-ROM or DVD in your system. They create a link to the device. That way you don't have to research and find out what device name the CD or DVD drive is located under. Some could be SR0, some may be HDC, and so forth. So this makes it much easier to always locate your DVD or CD drive in a Linux operating system. Issuing the mount command without any options displays all mounted file systems. You may use the Shift key and page up to view more information on your screen. CentOS 7 has many RAM drives, meaning file systems that are only stored in memory when the system boots. We're looking for physical volumes are normally towards the end of the mount command. Here we have DEV SDA1, means SATA disk A, or the first SATA drive in the system, and 1 being the first partition on the drive. Looking at the very bottom, we see our device SR0, our DVD drive, is mounted on MyMount. The command to unmount a file system is umount. This command is mistyped quite often because most people type unmount instead of umount. You specify the directory that a file system is mounted to, and it will unmount it from the file system. When I type mount, I will see it is no longer at the bottom of the list. When I view the directory, no files are present because the CD-ROM was removed from the file system. For CDs and DVDs, there's one extra command that you can use. Notice the checkbox is still beside CentOS. VirtualBox still has it virtually in the CD tray. Instead of using umount for DVDs and CDs, I typically use eject. That will open the CD-ROM tray if it was a physical machine instead of the ISO image. Now if I look under the device menu, the checkbox has been removed from CentOS, saying that the virtual CD-ROM was ejected from the tray. If you type eject on a physical machine, and your CD-ROM tray will eject. Sometimes you can type eject space -T to force the CD-ROM to close. I'm going to end this video after this project so that we can start a new video on the dangerous task of modifying the file system.